I just can't decide. I hear that from some of the smartest women I know. And these are women that are running companies and they're making calls. They're making calls under pressure, but they freeze in front of decisions that kind of look from the outside simple. The problem is nothing to do with their intelligence. They are so intelligent. It's something else. Jean-Paul Sartre wrote one of the starkest lines in 20th century philosophy in his 1943 book, Being and Nothingness. He says, "We are condemned to be free." And his argument was that no circumstance, no authority, no other person can actually make a decision for you, even if it feels like they have. You can hand someone the appearance of the choice, but you cannot hand them the responsibility for having made it. And I think that the I can't decide is this almost unconscious recognition that once you choose, there's no one else left to blame or to defer to or wait on, that it's almost like the pen has been in your hand the entire time. Sartre called the feeling that comes with this anguish because the total responsibility feels really heavy, and it's heavier than it looks sometimes. So if no one is coming to make this easier, why do so many of us keep waiting anyways? Then I think about Daniel Kahneman's work in behavioral economics, and he gives an answer to this. In this 2011 book, Thinking Fast and Slow, he describes something called the present bias. He says that we are wired to systematically overvalue the present moment and undervalue the future, stating staying exactly where you are undecided feels safe right now, even when it's actually costing you enormously over the months and the years that it accumulates. The brain is doing exactly what brains do. It's keeping you safe, but it's probably not what's great for you. So here's the version that I see in my work. Two women, same knowing. They know that something needs to change. One of them decides to make the change, the other one waits. She's waiting for more clarity, for better timing, for reasons that feel completely real in the moment. And then a year later, the woman who decided, she's not unrecognizable by any means. She's just living the life that she wants to live. And then the woman who waited is still in the waiting. The reasons are still convincing her, but she's also exactly where she was before. And Kahneman would say, staying the same has a cost. And we don't call it a cost because it doesn't announce itself in the way that making a shitty decision would. And one more piece I want to bring in is the illusion of the right choice. So Albert Camus, in his 1942 book, The Myth of Sisyphus, wrote about what he called the absurd. And that's the gap between our desperate need for the world to hand us meaning and the world's total silence on that matter. And his answer to that was to revolt, not fighting, but creating meaning anyway, on purpose, through your own action, because no one and nothing else is going to give it to you. We treat right like a property of the choice. Like a choice either has the right or it doesn't have the right. And we're sitting there waiting for it to be correctly identified through enough research. But Camus would say that that's not what we should do. He says the righteousness is made by you through what you build after you choose. So that was a lot. Let's leave it here. Maybe we can stop asking ourselves what's the right choice and start asking ourselves, what am I willing to build beyond this choice once I make it? So, of course, we've got the full essay on Sartre, Kahneman, and Camus on Substack, link in the description. So tell me in the comments, what decision have you been sitting on the longest, and who or what have you actually been waiting on? I read every one of the comments. I'm so excited when I get one. And of course, like and subscribe if you so choose. I will see you in the next one.